Welcome back to Psychic Insights Astrology. This video series teaches the fundamentals of 13-sign sidereal astrology. If you're just now tuning in, I recommend starting at video 1. I'm Desiree Fultz, astrologer and your instructor in this course. Our last video defined the properties of the astrological houses. In this video, we're moving on to a quick reference guide that places the most basic correlations of planetary energies, along with their corresponding signs, constellations, and basic attributes. The purpose of this video is to help you become familiar with how layers of meaning can attach to a single symbol, and also illustrate how different symbols can mean the same thing. This is like learning the basic alphabet of astrology. Once you're able to commit this information to memory, you'll begin to understand astrology charts at a glance with intuitive precision. As mentioned in Lesson 1, the Sun passes through 13 constellations, not 12. So, we're basing this astrology system off of actual astronomy, unlike the tropical ecliptic, which places their ecliptic at 0 degrees Aries, set to the seasons. But due to a wobble in the Earth's axis over 2,000 years, the precession of the equinoxes have caused approximately a 24-degree drift in the Earth's axis. That means something like 86% of people follow the wrong signs. If you look at the solar system, the planets move in a spiral that propels the galaxy through space perpetually. As you can see, the faster moving planets circle the Sun quickly, but the outer planets, everything beyond Saturn, moves slowly. These slow-moving planets affect entire generations and form the outer arm in a spiral galaxy. The faster-moving planets swirl around the Sun swiftly in comparison, a cosmic dance that is continual. Everything moves. The order of movements are fairly predictable, all based on probability and possibility. Astrology is the study and interpretation of those movements, and the possibilities and effects on the human form and personality. For quick reference, let's explore the galaxy briefly to memorize key points that will be vital in understanding the language of the stars. If you'll notice, Earth is represented by the cross of matter. Look closely, it actually looks like the cross sections of an astrology chart. So Earth literally represents you. The other symbols on a chart represent the planets as they move around you. Sidereal astrology uses your global positioning to determine where you sit in relation to the heavens. This system corresponds with a lunar calendar. The tropical system corresponds with a solar calendar. To get really good at astrology, you need to be able to recognize symbols quickly, to recall layers of information in an instant when you see a symbol, and even more layers of information when you see that symbol placed in a specific place or sitting next to another symbol. So for the purpose of helping you form habits in recognizing patterns, the order in which we're going to learn these symbols and planets is the order in which they appear in the astrological houses, not the order in which they appear in the solar system. The first planet we're going to look at is Mars. I assert. The day of the week it rules, Tuesday. Corresponding metal, iron. Rules the zodiac signs, Aries and Scorpio. Corresponding element, fire. House it rules, the first. Modality is cardinal. Classification is angular. Dignified in Aries and Scorpio. Detriment in Libra or Taurus. Exalted in Capricorn and fallen in Cancer. Gender quality is active and masculine. The temperament is choleric. Lower octave of Pluto. Organs governed by Mars include muscles, spleen, head, adrenal glands, sense of taste and smell. Basic function: how a person gets what they want. To assert means to behave in a confident or forceful manner. Mars corresponds with the sign of Aries. The sidereal Aries dates are April 15th to May 15th. The mode is cardinal. The symbol of the ram. Element of fire. The ruling planet is Mars. It rules the first house. The polarity is positive. The gender quality is active and masculine. Positive expressions: motivated, energetic, pioneering, active, strong willpower, courageous, daring, without guile, optimistic, a go-getter, self-starters, enterprising, loves adventure, innovative. Negative expressions: violent, aggressive, confrontational, headstrong, pushy, impatient, selfish, vain, impetus, coarse, foolhardy. This is the constellation for Aries. Venus. I harmonize. Day of the week it rules, Friday. Corresponding metal, copper. Rules the zodiac sign Taurus and Libra. Corresponding element, earth and air. Houses it rules, 2nd and 7th. Modality, fixed and cardinal. Classification, succeedent and angular. Dignified in Taurus and Libra. detriment in Scorpio and Aries, exalted in Pisces, fallen in Virgo. Gender quality passive, feminine. Temperament sanguine and phlegmatic, variable. Lower octave of Neptune, organs governed by Venus, throat, kidneys, thymus gland, sense of touch, ovaries. Basic function, how a person loves, harmonizes, and wants to be treated, also associated with the arts. To harmonize is to blend and balance. Libra, sidereal Libra dates, October 18 through November 16. Mode, cardinal, symbol of the scales. Element, air, is represented by the symbol of scales. Its element is air. Ruling planet, Venus. It rules the 7th house. Its polarity is positive. Its gender quality is passive feminine. Its positive expressions, fair, equitable. Seeks for peace and harmony, elegant, charming. Mediators, love of the arts, creative, self-starter, outgoing, curious, tactful, romantic, kind. Diplomatic, negative expressions, avoids confrontation, indecisive, codependent, nosy, overindulgent, controlling, manipulative, superficial, unreliable. This is the constellation for Libra. Taurus, sidereal Taurus dates, May 16th through June 15th. Its mode is fixed, represented by the symbol of a bull. Element, earth. Its ruling planet is Venus, and it rules the 2nd house. Polarity is negative. Its gender quality is passive feminine. Positive expressions, loyal, loves to experience the senses, loving, obedient, practical, productive. Appreciates the arts, trustworthy, ambitious, hardworking, sensual, polite, selective. Negative expressions, materialistic, stubborn, possessive, rigid, workaholic, holds a grudge, picky. This is the constellation for Taurus. Mercury, I communicate. Day of the week it rules, Wednesday. Corresponding metal, Mercury, or Quicksilver, rules the zodiac signs Gemini and Virgo. Corresponding element, air. It rules the 3rd and the 6th houses. Modality is mutable. Classification is cadent. It is dignified in Gemini and Virgo, and in its detriment in Pisces. Exalted in Aquarius and fallen in Leo. Its gender quality is neutral or bicorporeal. Its temperament is nervous. It is the lower octave of Uranus. The organs governed by Mercury are brain, central nervous system, thyroid gland, 5 senses, hands. Basic function, how a person communicates. To communicate is to share or exchange information and ideas. Gemini, sidereal Gemini dates, June 16th through July 16th. Mode, mutable, symbolized by the twins. Element of air. Ruling planet, Mercury. It rules the 3rd house. Its polarity is positive. Its gender quality, bicorporeal. Positive expressions. Intellectual, quick wit, full of ideas. Communicators, logical, intuitive, curious, inquisitive, active mind. Loves to learn. Loves experiencing life. Sense of humor. Good teachers. Encouragers, encourages the liberty of others. Negative expressions, double-minded, flighty, superficial, know-it-all. Information addicts, mischievous, easily bored, lies and misdirection. This is the constellation for Gemini. Virgo, sidereal Virgo dates, September 17th through October 17th. Its mode is mutable, symbolized by the Virgin. Its element is earth. Its ruling planet Mercury, and it rules the 6th house. Its polarity is negative, and its gender quality bicorporeal. Positive expressions, analytical, organized, detail and goal-oriented, loves to serve others, neat and clean, a communicator, a perfectionist, selective, loves to learn. Negative expressions, critical, hypochondriac, nervous, obsessive over details, worrisome. This is the constellation for Virgo. The moon, I react, I feel. Day of the week it rules, Monday. Corresponding metal, silver. Rules the zodiac sign, Cancer. Corresponding element, water. House it rules, the 4th. Modality is cardinal. Classification is angular. Dignified in Cancer. Detriment in Capricorn. Exalted in Taurus and fallen in Scorpio. Its gender quality is feminine. Its temperament, phlegmatic. Organs governed by the moon. Stomach. Digestive system. Lymphatic system. Female organs. Basic function. Emotional needs. To react is to respond to something. To feel is to be aware of something through the senses or have a belief or impression, especially without an identifiable reason. Cancer. Sidereal Cancer dates July 17th through August 16th. Its mode is cardinal, symbolized by the crab. Its element is water. Its ruling planet is the moon, and it rules the 4th house. Its polarity is negative. Its gender quality, passive, feminine. Positive expressions: nurturing, gentle, passive, receptive, intuitive, emotional intelligence, empathic, empathetic, protective, security conscious, home holds high priority, subtle, instinctual. Negative expressions: clingy, overly emotional, indecisive, aimless, cold and stingy, moody, easily affected by the moods of others. This is the constellation for Cancer. The Sun, I incorporate. Day of the week it rules, Sunday. Corresponding metal, gold. Rules the zodiac sign, Leo. Corresponding element, fire. It rules the 5th house. Its modality is fixed. Its classification, succedent. Dignified in Leo. In its detriment in Aquarius. Exalted in Aries and fallen in Libra. Its gender quality is masculine. Its temperament, choleric. Its mass is 334,000 times the Earth's. Organs governed by the Sun: heart, spine, general vitality, basic function, ego, and what energizes the person. Incorporate means to take in or contain something as a part of a whole, to include. It also means having a bodily form or embodied. Leo, Sidereal Leo dates August 17th through September 16th. Its mode is fixed, symbolized by the lion. Element, fire. Ruling planet, the Sun. It rules the 5th house. Its polarity is positive. Its gender quality, active, masculine. Positive expressions: creative, benevolent leader, generous, dramatic, courageous and protective, comfortable in the spotlight, confident, provider, exhibitionist, warm, expressive, humble, integrity, compassionate, empowers others, protector. Negative expressions: controlling, tyrannical, selfish, narcissistic, dramatic, attention-monger, egomaniac, miser, pretentious, prideful, hot-tempered, bossy, domineering, arrogant. This is the constellation for Leo. Pluto, I transform. Rules the zodiac sign Scorpio. Corresponding element, water. It rules the 8th house. Modality, fixed. Classification, succedent. Dignified in Scorpio. Detriment in Taurus. Exalted in Pisces. Fallen in Virgo. Its gender quality is feminine, and it's the higher octave of Mars. Temperament, choleric. Organs and functions governed by Pluto. Pancreas. Metabolism. Elimination. Orgasm. General function, death, transmutation, and regeneration. To transform is to make a thorough or dramatic change in the form, appearance, or character of. Scorpio. Sidereal Scorpio dates November 17th through November 29th. Mode, fixed. Symbolized by the scorpion. Element of water. Its ruling planet is Pluto, and it rules the 8th house. Its polarity is negative. Its positive expressions: transformative, deep, sensual, magnetic, persuasive, strong-willed, intuitive, makes great detectives, natural healers, divine connection, magical rebirth, seeks out knowledge, the occult. Negative expressions: secretive, probing, stingy, cold, cruel, possessive, jealous, dark, reclusive, destructive. This is the constellation for Scorpio. Chiron, I heal. Corresponding constellation, Ophiuchus. Rules the zodiac sign, the serpent bearer. Corresponding element, ether. Gender quality, feminine. Basic function, healing. Chiron is actually a planetoid or an asteroid, and it's not considered a planet, but it corresponds with Ophiuchus, so we consider it in 13-sign readings. Ophiuchus, the serpent bearer. Sidereal Scorpio dates November 30th to December 18th. I would say the mode is more mutable than anything. Ether, not bound by the other 4 elements. Symbol, the serpent bearer, or the symbol of a person holding a snake. Element, Ether, ruling planet, ruling planetoid, Chiron. It's tucked away in the 8th house, just between Scorpio and Sagittarius. Its gender quality is feminine. Positive expressions, seeker of knowledge, magical, fiercely protective, a natural healer, liberty-loving, creative, divine feminine, most magical of the zodiac, light worker, unconditional love, liberator, deepest occult wisdom, nurturing. Negative expressions, pain, openly rebels, cruel, victim, secretive, destructive, angry, vengeful, a trickster, reclusive, misunderstood, violent, kill or be killed. Jupiter, I expand, day of the week it rules, Thursday. Corresponding metal, tin, rules the zodiac signs Sagittarius and Pisces. Corresponding elements, air and water. Houses it rules are the 9th and 12th. Its modality is mutable, its classification cadent. It's dignified in Sagittarius and Pisces, in its detriment in Gemini or Virgo, exalted in Cancer, and fallen in Capricorn. Its gender quality, neutral, bicorporeal. Its temperament, sanguine. Organs governed by Jupiter, liver, thighs, feet, growth, pituitary gland, hips, endocrine system, circulation of blood. Basic function, how a person is lucky and how they expand personal empire. To expand is to enlarge, grow, and increase. Sagittarius. Sidereal Sagittarius dates December 19th through January 15th. Its mode is mutable, symbolized by the centaur, or the archer. Its element is fire, and its ruling planet, Jupiter. It rules the 9th house. Its polarity is positive, and its gender quality is neutral, bicorporeal. Traditionally masculine. Positive expressions, honest, philosophical, adventurer, freedom lover, high aims, optimistic, direct, jovial, strong moral ethic, courageous, nature lover, understanding, sense of humor, idealistic. Negative expressions, gluttonous, lazy, blunt, gambler, impatient, honest to a fault, opinionated. This is the constellation for Sagittarius. Saturn, I control. Day of the week it rules, Saturday. Corresponding metal, lead. Rules the zodiac signs, Capricorn and Aquarius. Aquarius is in shared rulership by Uranus. Corresponding element, earth. House it rules, 10th and 11th. The modality is cardinal. Its house classification is angular, dignified in Capricorn and Aquarius. In its detriment in Cancer or Leo, exalted in Libra, and fallen in Aries. Gender quality, feminine. Temperament, nervous, phlegmatic, sentimental, or apathetic. Basic function, self-discipline. Organs governed by Saturn. Skin, hair, teeth, bones, spleen. Body's defense mechanisms. To control is to determine the behavior of, or supervise the running of, by means of limitation and discipline. To shoulder with responsibility, to manage, to regulate, or to restrain. Capricorn. Sidereal Capricorn dates January 16th through February 14th. Mode, cardinal, symbolized by the goat or the water goat. Its element is earth. Its ruling planet is Saturn, and it rules the 10th house. Its polarity is negative, and its gender quality feminine. Positive expressions, achiever, business-oriented, authoritative, ambitious, practical, responsible, logical, wise, disciplined, patient. Negative expressions, controlling, restrictive, pessimistic, stubborn, moody, detached, shy. This is the constellation for Capricorn. Uranus, I deviate. Corresponding metal, uranium. Rules the zodiac sign Aquarius. The corresponding element is air. There's actually a typo in my book, and it says fire, where I think I forgot to actually update that when I was using a template from a previous chapter, so I just wanted to note that right here. It rules the 11th house. Modality, fixed. Classification, succedent. Dignified in Aquarius. In its detriment in Leo. Exalted in Scorpio. Fallen in Taurus. Its gender quality is neutral, bicorporeal, traditionally masculine. Its temperament is nervous, and it's the higher octave of Mercury. Organs governed by Uranus. Brain, parathyroid gland, neural activity, aura, nervous system, thyroid, pituitary. Basic functions, change and revolution. To deviate is to depart from an established course, to rebel, to move away from the accepted norm of establishment. Neptune, I dissolve, rules the zodiac sign Pisces, which is co-ruled by Jupiter, corresponding element water. House it rules, the 12th. Its modality is mutable, its classification cadent, dignified in Pisces and in its detriment in Virgo, exalted in Cancer and fallen in Capricorn. Its gender quality is neutral, bicorporeal, traditionally feminine. Its temperament is lymphatic, and it's the higher octave of Venus. Organs governed by Neptune, pineal gland, psychic mind. Basic purpose, transcendence and refinement. To refine is to cleanse and raise to a higher degree, to purify and implement with precision and skill. Refinement is a process that often takes many cycles and processes to realize. Pisces. Sidereal Pisces dates March 16th through April 14th. Mode mutable, symbolized by 2 fish. Element of water. Its ruling planet is Neptune, and it rules the 12th house. Its polarity is negative, and its gender quality feminine. Positive expressions, creative, musical, artsy, dreamy, spiritual, psychic, introspective, mystical, imaginative, compassionate, loving, understanding, unconditional love. Negative expressions, loses focus, moody, unstable, addictive, easily influenced, a martyr, poor boundaries, indecisive, daydreaming, unrealistic, escapist. This is the constellation for Pisces. This is the end of Lesson 3. As we continue in this series, I'll add more and more information and layers upon each of these symbols as you begin to commit the basics to memory. If you find these videos informative or helpful in any way, be sure to like, share, and subscribe. I'm Desiree Fultz, and we're forever stars. Visit my website at www.pi-astro.com.